So, watch it.
Watch it.
You have your partners, you've got sponsors, you've got this. So the brand must be kept within the alignment of all those who are concerned about the brand.
That's true.
Any leader must be careful. Don't just do things. Just because even the way you eat must be aligned.
That's it. Come on.
How you eat, how much you eat, where and when you eat, depending on who you are. Some can eat all kinds. It's okay. There are times I really want to eat much, but I'm adjusted by the alignment of who I have become. Even certain weight.
Come on.
I'm talking. So there are emerging days, the early days of David. We will look at that. The crowning days, the inauguration of David stage. Every person will come to a place where you are inaugurated. All of us, they will always be then the days of your legacy. Don't mix your emerging days and your legacy days. A leader must not mix the inauguration days and the emerging days. If you behave on your inauguration days like you're emerging, then you will have problems. When it's time for legacy and you are behaving like you are emerging or being inaugurated, it's over. Now you are maintaining. When it's now maintenance, it's no longer growth, you are no longer risky. At emerging, you don't need to risk much. When you have been inaugurated, you can risk and do all kinds of things because now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you are in charge. When you're emerging, you're not in charge.
Come on.
When you have been inaugurated, you are in charge. So you can do all. Once it's all done and dusted, you got to check now. What of what I have done must be kept for legacy. Next. Okay. A profile of the early days of the emerging David. Normally, your emerging days are complicated. They have all kinds of things. You are learning as your team is learning. You are figuring out yourself as those around you are figuring you out at the same time. Let's look at that. Number one, David left Gath and escaped to the cave at Adullam. Normally you don't have fixed abode. Okay? You have no fixed abode. Your cave is your place. You are not polished. Your place is not polished. We don't expect you to be as polished. You are in a cave. Your firm is almost, if you make a noise, the feedback or the the sound that comes back, what do you call it? Echo. Your echo is too small. I'm talking. Your echo is too small. You are in the cave. When at that time, his brothers and his father's household heard about it and they went down to him there. Your location and your address is not very well known. It's known by the closest people who are most concerned about you. And so those people start gathering around you. But the more they gather around you, the more your echo goes further. Okay? All those who were in, now, after his family came around him, the next thing is, all those who were in distress, in debt, who were discontented, gathered around him. It's like ripple effects. The waves are growing, the circle is growing bigger and bigger. Go back. Right? Okay, wait there. They gathered around him. And he became their leader. About 400 men were with him. And usually when you're imaging, you don't have powerful people around you. The people around you are those who want to benefit from you. They don't necessarily want you to benefit from them. But time will come when you have developed them and developed many. There are those who come with their resources because being with you and being around you will increase their own resources. I'm talking. Every leader must understand that. You must understand your days in the cave, that the people who come around you are normally, in most cases, the people who are benefiting from you. The people who want to benefit out of your name, the people who want to benefit out of your exploits, or the people who have noticed your potential and they know we better jump on this bandwagon before it's too late. So they jump. And every one of us, we have that opportunity at any time in life to have such kind of people. And 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 1 to 2 speaks about that. Okay? Let's move on. Good. Let's go there. A profile of the early days of David. Let's look at it now. Hold it there. Emerging stage. Number 1, common goal and common interests gave them great success. You need to understand the people who came, they had common problems, they had common interests, and they had common goals. And so they gathered together. Normally it's people who are complaining about the same things they're complaining about. People who are worried about the same things you're worried about. People who think there are possibilities around you. If they come around you, they can achieve those possibilities. And that is recipe for success. Common goal, common interest, and sometimes common enemy. Usually is what brings people around you in your early days. Yes, because they have seen that in you there is a potential to help. So what do you see? Right, David was relatively, number 1, unknown, not popular. He's a fugitive from Saul. Great people skill, and he has a good heart. Yeah. So normally that's what brings people around you until they see, oh, we thought you had a good heart, you don't have. We thought we could benefit from you, you are benefiting from us. Yeah. They come, they think, we thought we could use you, you are using us. Yes, the people who come to you, David, in your emerging stages, they are frustrated. So a leader must know the people around me at this time are frustrated people. Okay? So you put your head where? Because they are frustrated. Don't expect much from them. These guys are in debt anyway. Yeah. Had nowhere to go. Some of them had nowhere to go. They are thinking, coming around you, we might pick 1 or 2 fruits for the day. Okay? So don't deny them. As much as you don't have much flesh yourself. I always tell people, you can ask my God. I always tell people, be careful when you become too famous before you have flesh. Because crocodiles will come thinking you're flesh. And when crocodiles come, they expect a pound of meat. Now you better have it. If you don't have it, what kills people is not if somebody takes a flesh of you, you won't die, you know. But if they break your bones, it's another story. You are likely to die. You need surgery. You need quickly. So if you grow too famous too early before your flesh, crocodiles will come. When they want to take some piece, then they get to the bone. So you better have enough so that they can take and you can recover. These people who normally come around a great leader with a good heart, though unknown, unappreciated where they're coming from. They might also be a problem to you because they don't know what it means to be appreciated and they don't know what it means to appreciate and unrealized potential, and therefore we are looking for a leader. We have potential. We want you to bring out what is inside of us. We want to realize our potential. Help us to unlock our potential. So a leader must quickly know where I am and the people around me. They are coming because they have potential that they want to be unlocked. And potential in people is unlocked by a leader. A leader is the key to unlock people's potential. And one of the things that every leader must have is the ability to discover potential, mine it, polish it, and give it to the people. Any leader must have that gift. Because it is those gifts, or those individuals you have mined, we will help you to succeed tomorrow when your clock is going down. Okay? Every leader has your time when you are 2, quarter 2, 10 to 5 to. Very soon you'll be o'clock. When you are o'clock, when you are 10 past, there is somebody who's 25 to. Those are very important people to any leader. Any leader must be very careful about those who are quarter 2 when they are quarter past. A quarter past leader is not as important as a quarter 2 leader. I've just spoken, but you didn't hear me. In life, I am at o'clock. Very soon I'll be past. I look forward to those that are 25 to.
Amen.
I will do my level best. Because when I'm done, whatever they do, they will have to mention me.
Amen.
And that keeps me going. When I sit down in my finished state, those when they're 8 o'clock, they make me the reference point. And therefore my name keeps going. Therefore my legacy keeps going. A foolish leader who is 2 and 8 o'clock will then forget that after o'clock is past. And Saul did not know that David, when David was 25 to, who knows you when you're 25 to? These are the people who are gathered to you. But the issue is you are coming. Okay, next slide. Okay. On paper, David was at this point at his weakest. No fixed aboard. His newly found team was demotivated and distressed. Huh? It's David. Demotivated, distressed. They had more problems than possibilities. They had more
Problems
than possibilities. Despite these challenges, the team rose to be valiant warriors who won every battle because they are so determined for their own good. At this stage, everybody is doing what they are doing for selfish reasons. So, but we can't remain at a selfish stage. There's a time we come. For now, they are fighting for themselves. They are fighting for their own food. They are fighting for their own survival. There's a time of inauguration when you fight for other people's survival. David's first team was aligned to him, number 1, as their leader. Number 1, they were aligned to each other. Number 2, the task at the end. Those are exciting moments. When you have achieved this now, division comes. Because now it's scramble for division, for sharing. Every leader must know. You come to a place where now people want to share. If you are not careful, that's when you get destroyed. For now, because there's nothing to share, we have to gather. When we have gathered, a leader must rise up to another level to know how to distribute. Hallelujah. A profile of David's crowning years. So he moved, and you have to know, you have to graduate from there. You have to graduate when you are gathering vagabonds around you, distressed people, people who don't. You have to know, you have developed them, and when you enter into your crowning moment, you don't leave them behind. Don't forget us, because now you are being crowned. Please. We want to be on the top table with you. We may not be where you are because we can't be all there, but we must be somewhere in the proximity. Good leaders must know when it's time for celebration, you must be celebrated together with those that were with you in the trenches.
Amen.
So they came to Hebron. So all these were fighting men who volunteered to serve in the ranks. Soon after, people started volunteers, but very soon they want to share the proceeds. Every leader must know that. Don't keep making people work as volunteers forever. I've just spoken. Because after volunteering, you are volunteering to gather something. You are volunteering to achieve something. It might not necessarily be money. It could be fame. It could be just fame. It could be just value. Not necessarily money. Value. Let's share the value that it comes with. Let's many leaders now. That's where they get destroyed. They get to the top, they forget to share the value. One good example is my friend Donald Trump. People brought Donald Trump to where he is. Now he's ravishing everybody around him. He will fire you. He will just spin you. He will. What's going on, man? Share the glory with them. You can't remain. Yes, you are the leader. When people have put you there, there is no issue. They put you there for you to lead. But you must know, respect them, because they'll help you to come where you are. Okay? So I see my friend Trump. He just trumps everybody. Even those who brought him to where he is. There's no leader who comes to some place without some people believing in them. Okay? Okay, go back. Where are we? Oh, go back. Okay. So they came to Hebron determined to make David king. Why? Because David will change our fortunes. People will not make you a leader they will make you a leader for their selfish reasons.
Come on. Come on.
You must understand that. They are making you a leader because you are the one who has more potential to make us better. Among us. We all want to be, but we have sized ourselves and realized, no, among us, you have more potential to make us better. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So don't think we didn't want to. We wanted to. But when we looked around, we thought you have more potential and possibility to make us better. The day you don't make us better, you create opposition.
That's it, yeah. Come on. Yeah. You're talking.
You create opposition parties within ourselves. Because we've realized, we may have made the wrong mistake. Actually, these around us have potential. Then we look for somebody who is more potential to remove you from where you are. To throne you. Exactly. Because what we thought you would help us do, you are now doing it just for yourself. All the rest of the Israelites were also of one mind to make David king. If you read 2 Chronicles chapter 12, the whole of that chapter, that's when, if you read it, it's an amazing thing. All the tribal leaders came to offer their tribal gifts for national gifts. If you read the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 12, from verse 1, this is where you find verses like, and the sons of Issachar understood the time. And they knew what Israel ought to do. They didn't start by knowing what Israel, they started by knowing what Issachar needed to do. Then they came to David to offer him their skill of knowing how to manage time at a national stage. You understand? If you go through that chapter, all the people who are coming from their tribes are coming to offer their gifts to be useful at a bigger stage. What are they looking for? All of a sudden, they are no longer a village boy. Their gift is playing at a bigger stage. Managing time for all Israel, no longer for Issachar. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. Any person will get to a place, there are people who are village champions, who want to use your stage to be national champions.
Come on.
And every leader must know.
Come on.
We are all coming here from our village gifts, with our village gifts, to be national and international gifts. That's what we open. It's a gift, young party. I've got an international, I've got a local gift, a Zimbabwean gift, which I've put on an international platform. Are you hearing what I'm talking about? Each one of us, therefore, when the platform is produced and given to you, give me a good microphone, please. I wanted to say that. It's not my stage to say. Under normal circumstances, I will tell you, under normal circumstances, in my real me. Hey man, in my real me, I'm not my real me. When I came from Issachar to bring give me space to manage your time well, if I'm supposed to do that. This is now in the international stage. Come on, hear me well. If I come from Benjamin, from being a Benjamite, to come and present my gift at a national level, it's inauguration time. Hallelujah. Come on. I bring the gift at this place. It better be excellent. It better be polished.
Come on.
If you keep reading it, it will tell you There were guys who would swim across Jordan when it's full. They said, no, we are tired to swim our small rivers. If there are enemies on the other side, at national level, David, they came. They offered their gifts to swim.
Come on.
To deal with national enemies. They were tribal leaders. You keep reading. There's a verse that says there were those who came from Dan, it should be Gad or Dan, who had faces like lions. They say, David, Panada Uchiswe. We are presenting our gifts. These faces were used at a tribe level. Now we want them to be useful national. Just a face like a lion. They brought it and presented to David. Now faces, David and Syria now local faces. They're national faces. Leadership. A leader must be able to know how to manage those who can manage time, how to manage those with those ugly faces. Everything is a gift. It's not all of them who brought money. If you read at the end of that chapter, there are those who brought food from the surrounding villages. They brought food so that those with faces like lions eat. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because all the gifts are needed. Whilst they're eating and doing raids, they must be managed to say, you go in at such a time, you come back at such a time. So the sons of Issachar become useful. There are those who could shoot bows and arrows. They could shoot arrows from both left and right. They said, no, it's not enough to be known as from the tribe of Benjamin, that I can do left and right. That's not the stage. I need a bigger stage. Every leader must know when people are coming to you, they are coming looking for a bigger stage. Present the stage and let it manage it for them. Okay, I think it's lunchtime. Go with your lion faces. I want to swim across. And we'll come and finish. We'll come and look at the profile of the crowning years of David and look at those things. God bless you. Because it's already 5 past 1. God bless you.